Thank you for watching this short video. My name is Brother Sean and I'm a member of the Teo community of Interfaith Franciscans, an online community of men and women from different faith traditions who have honored their heart and agreed to live and lead a simple life, but more importantly to dedicate their lives to the Supreme, to the God whom they know and love, for peace and for interfaith unity. I would like to read to you the words from the song from Brother Sun and Sister Moon. They may resonate with your heart, they may not. If you want your dream to be, take your time, go slowly. Do few things, but do them well. Heartfelt work goes purely. If you want to live life free, take your time, go slowly. Do few things, but do them well. Heartfelt work grows purely. Day by day, stone by stone, build your secret slowly. Day by day, you'll grow too. You'll know heaven's glory. Really powerful words. Are you at a place in your journey where you are living a simple spiritual life and you would like to be part of an online community where you could meet regularly on live stream, a virtual TV channel where members meet up regularly for prayerful support? If you are, then come and join us. As Interfaith Franciscans, we are perceived by many as being too New Age because we don't have the criteria set in place that goes back centuries. Our rules and regulations are none. We follow our heart, our teacher, and we're free to honor the teachings of our spiritual masters, whether it's the Lord Buddha, Vishnu, Ganesh, Krishna, or whoever. For me, I'm a Catholic Christian, but I embrace all faith, for I see that God has many sons and daughters of different faith traditions, and that being so, they are my brother and sister. But if you are living the spiritual life from your home and you have a great love for the divine, you love nature, you love animals, then why not come and share your love with brothers and sisters around the world who would love you to be a part of their family, their extended family. What's required, of course, is that you have to complete an application form and undergo a period of probation to see if it's for you. And you will be given support. And then, after your 6 months probation as an oblate, you enter the novitiate, a 2-year period of training, spiritual training, where you're taken through the tree of life, modalities, and the interior castle by Teresa of Avila. And here you're allowed to express yourself as a child of God, unlike the times when I entered the monastic community, where the moment you receive the habit, you lost your identity because you weren't encouraged to be yourself nor have an opinion. You had to toe the party line, a bit like being a senator or a member of parliament. You can't just run off on a whim and a fancy and do what you want to do. You have to toe the party line. For us as Interfaith Franciscans, the message from Francis was simple. Reach out to all faiths. Demonstrate the love of God in your hospitality. There is no need to ask people, what religion are you? As long as they have a spiritual life and that they believe in a loving Creator being. But Thomas Merton, I have a great love for. You may have heard of him, a Cistercian Trappist from America. He says, we are living in a time of brokenness and everyone is affected. We see brokenness in the guiding institutions of society upon which we have always depended to provide for the common good. During these distressing times, he says, those whose lives have been affected by war or by a troubled economy that has created greater homelessness, unemployment and poverty will often seek the inner strengths they need to cope and survive for their spiritual life. Thomas Merton hits the nail on the head when he says, as I believe, we are in the world, but we're not of it. Because deep down within our being, we know we are a child of God. We know that there's a purpose for us being here, and it isn't to be an Epicurean, it isn't to be a greedy guts, it isn't to become a self-centered, egotistical maniac. It's to be of service. As the great Gandhi said, to find yourself, you must lose yourself in the service to others. What better way than to lose yourself in service to others, to find yourself, than being a member of an interfaith Franciscan community. But coming back to Thomas Merton and his words of great wisdom, he said, lasting solutions will not come from fixing our economy or the healthcare system, nor from peace treaties or more legislation. Certainly these efforts may help alleviate the pain and suffering, but they do not address the root cause. To address all the manifestations of brokenness and destructive behavior, it is possible. They are just symptoms of something deeper, something that can be addressed and needs to be addressed by every person. We do not need to invent a new solution, he says. It already exists. It is within each one of us. It entails living contemplatively, that is, in relationship with self, others, nature, and God, free of the illusion of separateness. It begins with oneself, recognizing and amending whatever we do that alienates us from our true self, each other, nature, and God. He says we are living contemplatively when we purposefully engage in activities intended to deepen our relationship, such as our brothers and sisters who meet on live stream for morning or evening prayer, for Gaia's Vigil for Peace, or the midnight soiree, where we reflect on our heart. We are not distracted by meaningless activity, and our active life does not suffocate our contemplative nature. When we take personal responsibility for each of our relationships and are conscious of how our decisions, actions, and use of time affect them. When our relationships determine our life's goals and becomes the measure of our success. when we find ourselves more concerned with the issues confronting humanity and less with the mundane concerns of daily life, when we experience the freedom, joy, and love that can only come from grounding ourselves in our relationships. He says we are already one, but we imagine that we are not, and what we have to recover is our original unity. What we have to be is what we are. Contemplative living can be taken to an even higher level of spiritual consciousness. If the soul has encountered previous negative religious experience, then it becomes locked to the window of opportunity that God has for the soul. Down through the centuries, many individuals who were introduced to God by their family have either directly or indirectly experienced the wrath of clerical religious abuse. We only have to look at our TV screens to see how members of the Abrahamic community in Jerusalem communicate God's love to each other. Regrettably, their contact is more fueled by ego, power to control, or ignorance to the real truth behind each human story. Either way, today, because we have received so much enlightenment from embracing contemplative living, we are ideally placed to challenge all forms of human misery and egoist language that seeks to challenge the innocent soul from embracing a God of love. Today there is a real spiritual hunger in all its forms at some stage in our quest for clarity and meaning to who am I? Where am I going in this faith experience? As a member of the Teo community of Interfaith Franciscans, I sense a great sense of solidarity, a sense of belonging, an unconditional love from brothers and sisters who do not wish to control me or put me down, but who respect me as an individual and empower me to self-heal. You can be a contemplative in the world, and there are many men and women of different beliefs and traditions who live such a simple life from their own home, and many of them work for a living. And to the eyes of their colleagues of the world, they just appear ordinary men and women. But the moment they come into their apartment or home and close that door, something happens. They become a beloved of God, where they can be themselves, where they don't have to pretend, and just be. But it's my belief too that we, from the moment we are born, we are all contemplatives, because not only were we created in the image and likeness of God, but that God had placed His seal on us. So built into our soul's DNA, is a spiritual hunger for the spiritual. And you can live the monastic life from your own home, your monastery without walls, as I have since 2009. I've never looked back, and I've never been as happy. Bearing in mind I lived in a conventional monastery for 8 years, but I never had a minute to myself. Every minute of every second of hour was spoken for. There was no time for self, whereas now I set my own agenda. I get up when I want to get up. I go to bed when I want to go to bed. And it's not about me. It's about honoring your heart and setting aside some times that are suitable for you to be still and to pray, to relax, to unwind, to eat healthily, and to embrace others. And the webcam and internet has allowed us to connect with brothers and sisters like you in different parts of the world, where we come together to hold each other in brotherly and sisterly love, and to pray, yes, to pray for the whole family of God, that they will honor their heart, that they will reawaken to their truth, because there's an inner voice within all of us, excuse me, and it's there, trying to speak to us, to get us to come back to our inner truth. That not only are we a child of God, but that we are loved. So contemplative living is not just for monks and nuns. It's for ordinary men and women from all walks of life. And if you are living a spiritual life, be you married, single, widowed, divorced, in a same-sex relationship, but where there is love, love is God, and God is love, then you are welcome to come and break bread with us, and we with you, and share in that love. The Father, Mother, God is touching the hearts of every child of God. And the phone is ringing. How interesting. Someone is trying to get through to say, I'm willing, I want to become a monastic, but they'll have to wait. So you see, being a beloved of God, you can take it to the next level by listening to your heart and by asking God, how best can you serve God? In what way does God want you to be you, to embrace the real you? There's a lovely prayer here for discernment, again by Thomas Merton. He says, while reading the new book Plastic Jesus by Eric Sandras, author of Book Naked Faith, I found this awesome prayer. It comes from a Trappist monk, Thomas Merton. Here he is. My Lord God, I have no idea where I am going. I do not see the road ahead of me. I cannot know for certain where it will end, nor do I really know myself, and the fact that I think I am following your will does not mean that I am actually doing so. But I believe that desire to please you does in fact please you, and I hope I have that desire in all that I am doing. I hope that I will never do anything apart from that desire. And I know that if I do this, you will lead me by the right road, though I may know nothing about it. Therefore will I trust you always, though I may seem to be lost and in the shadow of death. I will not fear, for you are ever with me, and you will never leave me to face my perils alone. Come back to your heart and ask your highest good, what is Gaia, the universe, your spiritual teachers, your God saying to you? I know I fought my God for a number of years, and in the end I was so battle weary of fighting God that the moment I knelt and surrendered my heart at midnight, coming into the 8th of December 2009, I just said, here I am. I give up. I'm yours. and the rest is history. Remember, tomorrow is history. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's mystery. That's it. And today is the miracle. Embrace your miracle. Embrace your journey. And I conclude by sharing with you a fourfold Franciscan blessing. May God bless you with a restless discomfort about easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that you may seek truth boldly and love deep within your heart. May God bless you with holy anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that you may tirelessly work for justice, freedom, and peace among all people. May God bless you with the gift of tears to shed with those who suffer from pain, rejection, starvation, or the loss of all that they cherish, so that you may reach out your hand to comfort them and transform their pain into joy. May God bless you with enough foolishness to believe that you really can make a difference in this world, so that you are able, with God's grace, to do what others claim cannot be done. And the blessings of God, the Supreme Majesty, and our Creator, Jesus Christ, the Incarnate Word, the Cosmic Christ, who is our brother, our friend, our teacher and Saviour, and the Holy Spirit, our advocate and guide, who is the fire of God, be with you and remain with you this day and evermore. Amen. Namaste. Shalom, inshallah, pax et bonum om shanti, solo di caritas, salacum laicum. Peace. God bless you, and do take care of your soul.